Sit back, relax. If there's anything we can do to make your flight a little more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask.
When it comes to creating income from savings, luck should never be given the power that many advisors and clients give it. I wrote a book about this called Lucky Retiree, which demonstrates how to be lucky in retirement means never relying upon luck. Today, I'm sharing how I explain the concept of retirement timing risk. This is commonly referred to as sequence of returns risk, but I believe timing risk is an easier concept for most clients to understand. I'm going to share a short movie with you that looks at the experience of several financially identical retirees. This analysis demonstrates how significant a role luck can play in someone's ability or inability to create durable retirement income. It also highlights why constrained investors must be protected against timing risk. If you haven't watched the recent video which explains the constrained investor, take a few minutes to do that. So hang on for today's video. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. This is a Mackie a Minute. Have a great day. The downturn in stocks, combined with high inflation, has created a challenging moment for most American workers. Preserving the savings they've accumulated is a vital need. I describe timing risk as a big, scary monster of a financial threat that loves to feast on a retiree's savings and income. Today's economic conditions are absolutely the worst possible for constrained investors who are unprotected against it. Are you familiar with timing risk? If you're not, and if you are approaching retirement or have recently retired, please pay close attention. What I'm going to show you may shock you. The truth is, the timing of your retirement can have a devastating impact on your financial security. The truth is, a difference of as little as 90 days in the dates of retirement could have you sitting atop a pile of money or cause your savings and your income to be completely wiped out. Unless you have the proper retirement income strategy with the proper safeguards, you are essentially leaving it to luck to determine your old age financial security. I believe that luck shouldn't define any retiree's quality of life. That's why protection against risks that can reduce or eliminate a retiree's income must be the first priority in a constrained investor's retirement income plan. Never forget these two fundamental truths. First, no retiree stops needing income. And in retirement, it's your income, not your savings, that create your standard of living. Financially, lose your income and you lose everything. Now, to illustrate how dangerous timing risk can be, let's look at an example using real market values from the 2-year period 1968 through 1970. I want you to imagine 10 financially identical people. All 10 have the same amount of savings, $500,000. All 10 have identical investment portfolios. And in retirement, all will withdraw exactly the same amount of money. The only difference among these 10 people is the timing of their retirements. Let's look at how timing risk can upend a retiree's financial future. Rather than have all 10 people retire on the same day, we'll separate their retirement dates by a calendar quarter. So, every 3 months, another individual will retire until all 10 have retired. To understand why it's reckless to forego protection against timing risk, we'll track the results of 4 of the retirees over the following 30 years. They are Mike, Holly, Brad, and Sue, the first, the second, the fifth, and the 10th to retire. Mike retires first on January 1. 3 months later, Holly follows him into retirement on April 1st. What happens? Well, Mike is here and Holly is here. It may not look like much of a difference, but it really is. A difference of almost $1 million. This mind-blowing disparity in results is due solely to the 3-month difference in their dates of retirement. Imagine that Mike had the opportunity to retire either in the winter or in the spring. He chose the winter, and he made $1 million mistake. And it's a needless mistake. It's needless because Mike could have easily been protected against timing risk. However, he simply lacked a strategy that protects. Let's look at what happens to Brad and Sue. Brad is the 5th to retire, and Sue is the 10th. There's a 1-year separation in their dates of retirement. Unfortunately, Brad suffers a devastatingly bad outcome. You can see it on the chart. He suffers what economists refer to as portfolio ruin. It means he completely runs out of money. He has no savings and no income. In practice, portfolio ruin means a ruined retirement. But Margaret is sitting atop a pile of cash equal to $2.6 million. And unlike Brad, that's after having enjoyed 30 years of inflation-adjusted income. The bottom line? Sue is rich, Brad is broke. The lesson is retirees can't ignore timing risk. If timing risk concerns you, locate a financial advisor who offers protection-focused retirement income planning. And by the way, seek out a strategy that also protects you against longevity risk. This may seem astounding, but over the long term, longevity risk is even more threatening than timing risk. In conclusion, don't allow timing risk to consume your savings and your future retirement income. The consequence of that is simply too devastating and too preventable.